It's Michael, and today I'm going to introduce projects within intervals. And projects are really the heart of where everything happens within in intervals. Intervals is very project-centric in nature. From the pricing model is based on the number of active projects you have. So if you have a project and when you're done with it, you can set it to inactive. And inactive projects are basically pushed to the back. It's very akin to archiving them. And then if you need to work on a project again, you can just activate it and then work on it. And inactive projects don't count against your total on your pricing tier. Also, intervals features project level permissions. So when you create a new project, by default, administrators have access to all projects, but managers, resources, and executives only see projects where they're a member of a project team. So this gives you a lot of control. So if somebody doesn't have access to a project, they can't work on it, they don't know it exists, they don't see any of it. So you can create teams within your account that work on certain projects and not know the other ones exist. So quickly, I'm just going to run through all of the tabs within a project. So when you create a project, it will pull in the estimated work types and the modules that you've set up out here in the settings default section. And then at the project, you can override those. So if you don't need certain work types, if you want to change the rates for that particular project, you don't need modules, you can remove and edit them at the project level. That gives you the ability to run reports on these things and control them, but at the same time, do things different on each project. In the profile section here, there's a high-level budget. If you flat bid, you can just put that amount in there. If you are selling hours, you can still put the total in here. This is basically just a budget field that you can put in whatever amount is there, and then you can set up budget alerts, which will email the project manager when certain thresholds are hit. If you do sell hours, out here in the estimated work and rate section is where you put in the estimated hours and your hourly rates, put a grand total. You can also apply a discount here. The modules, as I mentioned, these are the defaults get pulled in, then you can override them. So these are the modules that are available for this project. The team, we already mentioned. So the dashboard page here is an overview that shows tasks and time, task by status and time by the module. And then the bottom half of the report will show a financial summary, so it'll show the total value of work, any payments. If you have a project credit, it'll turn green. So if you do prepaid retainers, you can use that to see if you're in the green. And then if there's more work done than payments, that will actually turn red. So it'll show the other way around. Time summary here. This is just a quick project report you can do. You can view time by work type, module, and by person. Estimated versus actual. This one can be really handy if you do sell hours. And so there's an option to view by estimated work. So this is the estimated work that was set up here. And then as people are actually working on tasks and accumulating time, you can run estimated versus actual to see how you're coming in. Also, if you view by task estimates, what this is used for is if you do sell hours, you put all those hours in, so you kind of have your high top level budget. This is what you're shooting for. And then when you create all your tasks, each task also has an estimate field. So it's kind of a bottom-up reality check for your project to show, okay, you know, this is what the task estimates are showing. Are they in line with what you've set up here in the estimated work and rate section? Payments, you can add payments. Expenses, intervals does include the ability to add expenses. With expenses, one key tip is the fee column. So the fee is what is used in the project budget calculations. And so sometimes when people are new to intervals, this fee term can throw you a little bit, but it can include a markup. So the expense is what it costs you, and the fee is what you're passing on to the customer. Invoices, project notes. Project notes can be used for login information, any sort of procedure, basically any sort of nugget of information somebody might need when they're working on this project. And also when you're viewing tasks, there is an option to quickly click over and view project notes. So it's right here. So whenever you're working on a task, you can just click on the project notes and view the project notes for that particular project. And then down here, documents. So documents can be uploaded directly to projects. And then also, these are quick links. So if you want to quickly see all of the milestones for this project, you can come in here and do that. Same thing with tasks. So if you click tasks, it'll take you to the task listing with the task listing filtered for tasks that just belong to this particular project. And then work requests. Intervals includes a work request queue. So this is the email address for this particular project. So you can have team members email requests that will show up here in the header, and it'll notify the project manager, who can then assign it as a task, add it to an existing task, or delete it. And then one other quick thing on the project listing, there's also right-click functionality. So here you can right-click and perform common actions. So if you want to add a task, deactivate the project, edit it, you can right-click from the project listing and edit it. So this was an introduction to projects. There was a lot of information here and just really kind of hit it high level. So once again, if you need any help, contact support@myintervals.com. Thanks for your time.